Hello and welcome to another rd2l mini game series. We are in Division 1, Team Excellence against Team Rats. It is Mr. Brightside versus Hector. And we already see a first ban going on, Venomancer being banned out. This is the upper bracket of the group stage, would you call it. None of these teams that lose here are eliminated, but they do have to play one more series than the winner of this series. Lone Druid getting banned out, very strong hero at the moment. So is Nature's Prophet and Bat Rider. Nature's Prophet, just a notorious career killer at the moment. Bat Rider, very strong offlaner. Tiny has been making kind of a resurgent as a safe lane carry, I feel like, with Mask of Madness and hitting like an absolute truck with Tree Grab. Now that it is like a free Battle Fury. And we'll see, it is gonna be a first pick Puck. Puck first pick, might be mid, might be support or even offlane we have seen in the past. I would gonna say it's most likely gonna be support. On the Dire side, they are going to respond with the Magnus pick. Magnus, very strong. Don't forget, this is before patch 7.23c, so the Magnus Agnum Scepter hasn't been nerfed yet. We'll see how it goes. Winter Wyvern pick. In the previous series, Mr. Brightside played Winter Wyvern to great success. We'll see if the opponents are going to be able to replicate that. And they are most likely gonna pick their offlane hero here, I would assume. There's still Sand King in the pool. There is Night Stalker has been banned, Bat Rider has been banned, LC, Legion Commander, but I feel like that's a... Well, actually, if Legion Commander can get on the Winter Wyvern, that's good, but apart from that, Winter Wyvern is gonna be a safe... Ooh, they decide to go for their support pick, Lich. Position 5 Lich. Doesn't reveal too much here. They want to keep their core picks for later. It is going to be Dire with the last pick, so Dire is most likely going to get that favorable main lane matchup in mid with that last pick. Windranger getting banned out. Foo Squash. It's one of the 3 heroes that he plays. Windranger. We'll see if he gets one of the other 2 heroes that he plays.
5 seconds remaining.
In terms of bans, it might be a Magnus. If it's a Magnus mid, what would you play against a Magnus mid? I feel like that's a lane that's not too difficult to beat, but you might not really have kill potential due to Magnus being kind of a brute in terms of tankiness. They're dipping into their reserve time for their bans here. They banned out the Morphling. Morphling, very, very strong hero at the moment. More than a few pros play it, and I am sure these Immortal players, again, this is the Immortal bracket. Those are the best of the best that the rd2l has to deliver, or has to offer, not deliver. And there we see a Slark ban. Nobody wants to play against Slark, not even Immortal players. What do they want to ban? I mean, they don't...
10 seconds remaining.
Maybe Juggernaut. If the enemy is banning out Slark. Are they thinking of something specific? Maybe they want to pick Centaur off lane. Slark is quite strong against that. And what is gonna be the pick here? Wraith King has been banned out, the last ban from the Dire side. In the second ban phase was a Wraith King. And the respawn... And the next hero picked is...
10 seconds
There's sort of 10 seconds left. It is gonna be a Chikiro. So it is gonna be 2 dragons as the supports, Winter Wyvern, a Wyvern, and Chikiro, the 2-headed dragon. They are gonna be flying all over the battlefield. The wings on the Chikiro look so much bigger than the Winter Wyverns. Just because Chikiro has been picked as the 3rd hero, which makes the hero model the biggest one.
5 seconds remaining.
How is Radiant going to respond to this? If they pick another support here, it will be Puck Core. Unless it's gonna be... Oh, they pick Doom. Doom, an offlaner that has made quite a comeback in this new patch. He has been getting quite a few buffs, and he seems like a very strong laner now. No real melee safe lane core can stand against a max out Infernal Blade in lane.
10 seconds remaining.
It's so much damage. 5
seconds remaining.
We'll see how it works out. Last time we saw Doom, he kinda got bullied into oblivion. We'll see if he's gonna come back from oblivion this time, considering he's Doom. So he shouldn't get doomed. So far there are good Doom targets. You would want to target the Winter Wyvern, Magnus. Treant Protector. Ooh, some spicy drafting happening here from the Dire side. So it might either be Treant Core, Chikiro Core, or Winter Wyvern Core, and I'm excited for either of it. So it is gonna be...
10 seconds remaining.
Again, this is 7.23b. No tree walking yet for Treant Protector. From what I've heard, the hero is pretty trash. We'll see if somebody can show us the difference. I do guess Treant with Empower can hit quite hard. And that also allows him to farm a bit if it is a Treant Core. But that would also mean that Magnus has to be like in the right areas to empower every 40 seconds. Which might be a bit difficult with a Magnus Core. But it is... Also, now that the global presence from Living Armor has been removed, we'll see how that game is going to work out for the Treant. Meanwhile, Radiant dipping quite a bit into their reserve time for their 4th pick here. They are most likely, they can pick their mid here or their safe lane. It doesn't matter because they will have to reveal their whole lineup before Dire has to. And it is a Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker Core. They still can puck mid. So they have quite a bit of flexibility in their draft. Bloodseeker is going to be really good against Magnus. Rupture him and he can skewer away. He is going to be... Well, I mean, he can. He can just also kill himself. Rubik ban. Rubik, the 2nd hero that Fusquash plays. Biologic, that would only leave 1 hero for Fusquash to play. We will see what they pick here. Does his team know he only plays 3 heroes? There's also an Ursa ban. Ursa very strong against Doom, can absolutely body that hero with Fury swipes, and doesn't really care about Doom too much since he likes to have an Aegis anyways. So...
5 seconds.
And I feel like with the new Blink Strike from Abyssal Blade, that makes Ursa quite strong against mobile heroes like Puck and Bloodseeker. So I like that ban. I think that's a really good ban. And it is going to be Necrophos. Ooh. Breathe it in. It's a Necrophos. So Necrophos mid? I mean, you can't really play Necrophil support as far as I know. I mean, you can anything, but
10 seconds
we'll
remaining.
see how Rats is going to respond to this. Are they just gonna
5
pick up
seconds remaining.
Pugna here? And because Pugna is quite strong against Necrophos, but I do feel like their lineup lacks quite a bit of a carry. So far, all 4 of those heroes. Well, I guess Magnus with the new Aghanim Scepter is more of a carry, but still it's not a hard carry. We'll see. Also, the Reaper Scythe is going to be really good. Together with Doom, they will be able to eliminate 2 heroes at the beginning of a team fight if everything lines up for Team Excellence, to be honest. We have 1 more minute of reserve time for the Dire lineup. I mean, they need a safe lane hero, unless they play Magnus safe lane or something like that. Maybe a Morphling. Morphling gets doomed though, so that's very bad. You can't play Weaver against Bloodseeker. Terrorblade also gets doomed. What are some other really... Luna feels also... I feel like Team Radiant has a lot of single target, like they can Rupture, Doom, and Reaper Scythe somebody, and that person just feels like, okay, you got me, guys, you got me. So maybe something like Naga. Maybe...
Legion Commander.
You may now select
They
your
go with a
heroes.
Legion Commander and making me even more confused. So I have no idea what their lanes... Like, who's their safe lane carry? Is it a LC1, Magnus 2, Treant 3, and then the supports Jakiro and Winter Wyvern? Just in terms of draft, I have to put it to put in favor of Team Radiant. I feel like their lineup is more cohesive and more straightforward. I don't really know what this Treant hero is going to be able to do. We'll see how he does. If it is a Treant spammer, I believe like he can do quite a few things. Like sometimes these hero spammers know their heroes so much better than everybody else that even immortal players can underestimate that. So yeah. So it is gonna be Magnus mid, I assume. Silver tier Doom. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And it is only bronze tier Magnus. Yikes. And we are in the game. Oh yeah. On Team Radiant. Team Excellent, to be honest. Consistent of the players of Nier on the Bloodseeker, Big Mike on the Lich, Foo Squash going mid on the Necrophos. Meanwhile, offlane Doom played by Jay and Mr. Brightside playing position for Puck. On the Dire side, we have Hectordisciple, Legion Commander going as position. Going mid? It's gonna go mid as far as the item build looks like. Sunshine Duck on the Jakiro. Ploopy. No, wait, what? Ploopy on the Winter Wyvern might be going... is gonna go mid. It is a Winter Wyvern mid. People, Winter Wyvern mid. Who would have expected that? So it is a Magnus support played by Punani, and Ellen Pudge is going to be playing the Treant Protector. He's already one with the trees. But why does the Legion Commander have... Wait, so We have Quelling. Quelling Blade is 150. And Buckler is 300? 500. Oh, okay, so he spent his entire money on Quelling Blade plus... plus Buckler. And then told his support, hey, buy me regen. GG. Go, 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 go. Yes, we can continue, and the game is continuing.
Deepest thanks.
There is a ward put down here.
30 seconds.
And
to battle.
Fusquash is pinging, hey guys, get this one, I get this one. He is spamming his taunt on the Jakiro. And they see each other. They say hello with a little dual breath onto the Puck, but Puck can't just level up Orb. It's not gonna do so. He's taking a lot of damage here. But the runes are...
The battle begins.
And it is a 2-for-2 bounty runes
Radiant's
exchange.
courier has been killed.
And a courier already being killed by the Magnus. Magnus level 1 Empower. Empower for the Treant, giving him some cleave. Near has Bloodright and Big Mike has lost its courier. His courier. So we see this Winter Wyvern versus Necrophos mid. Not something I had expected. There we see the Bloodright, and they are going on to this Treant Protector. Treant Protector is getting low here. Is he gonna survive this? He has the leech seed, but no. First blood for the Bloodseeker.
Radiant's courier has
Meanwhile,
been
another courier getting killed by the Legion Commander. Legion Commander getting really low. Brightside also getting really low, but the silence not gonna be enough to save him. And Brightside going down, as well as losing his courier. That's a lot of lost gold. That's a lot of lost gold. Necrophos mid versus Winter Wyvern mid. I would be thinking this is one of a 1k pop, but no, it is two 6k players here. Duking it out. I am sure they have played this before. They know how to play their heroes to their full potential. And Winter Wyvern is taking quite a lot of her damage here. Has to use his self. There is a courier, and they find the kill onto the Jakiro. Do they see this courier? No, they don't. It is a snail, just snailing away. Meanwhile here, Bloodright did miss on the Treant. Treant 100 base damage. Nice hero. There's DD top now. And we see overwhelming odds back, but no further pursuance of that kill. Necrophos has the DD now, as well as 2 null talisman. He is going on the tower quite low. There is another healing salve for the Winter Wyvern, and he has his Ghost Shroud. And there he uses his Gold Shroud. Is he gonna get in range for another Death Pulse? No. Has to heal himself up. All lanes just duking it out with nobody wanting to give any edge to the other players. And we see in terms of last hits, LC is actually doing really well up top here against this Doom. Meanwhile, bottom, Bloodseeker has only had 10 CS so far, but he got first blood. So that accounts for something, right? Well, they are dual breath onto the Puck. Doom got the cloak or just for some magic resistance, both for himself as well as the Puck. And there's a Blood Rite onto the tree, and once again getting the silence. And the Skewer not gonna hit onto the Lich. And what is it called? Nature's Grasp being laid out. And they aren't going to pursue this.
That was costly.
Meanwhile, Puck is getting low here. He is duking it out with the Jakiro. One more hit or the Orb. Ooh, he is gonna cancel the Salve. And silence. And the last hit onto the Jakiro. Well played there by Brightside. Has the Ring of Basilius now. And is gonna go TP back to base. And just gonna grab all of his items. And then come back out again. We are closing in on the 5 minutes runes. And we will see who's gonna get the better of that. We see the early point in Sinister Gaze on the Lich. Oh, it's gonna pull out the tree and off away from pursuing the
Dire's
Bloodseeker.
middle tower is under attack.
And meanwhile, Fusquash, he is just diving under tower. He's like, what up, guys? And he gets level 6. He has mangoes if he wants to use it. And he uses the Ghost Shroud just to... Floopy, not quite level 6 yet. We see 10 more CS for the Necrophos, and he is going to Shrine as well. Meanwhile, I missed the kill down bottom. They get the Magnus. And in terms of bounty runes, it was a 2-for-2 exchange. So everybody just getting some gold in into their pockets. Top, they are putting down the Infernal Blade on the LC. LC is going to try to turn this around here, but gets silenced now. Can't use the Pressy attack, and the Scorched Earth is enough for the kill here. They are wanting to dive this, another Infernal Blade. Not too much on the tower though. They have healing salves. And Necrophos seems to be bullying this Winter Wyvern now out of lane quite severely. And the Catapult is gonna attack this tower. Oh, Invisibility Rune picked up by the Necrophos. That was not spotted by the Dire. Is he gonna try to make a play here? He has not been seen yet. And there he is being seen now. Not gonna go for a play with Reaper's Scythe. Knows it's not enough damage. He did the math. And they are dual breath onto the Doom here, and the LC they are trying to turn this around here. There is a silence, but not in time to stop the Pressy attack, and they get the kill onto the Doom here. And the Ice Path onto the Puck. Is this enough damage? He has an orb, but the dual breath did hit him. Is he gonna tick out here? Yes, he is. Double kill for the Jakiro. Well played by Sunshine Duck. Fusquash just stealing the stacks of the Winter Wyvern.
Radiant's middle tower
How
is under
mean!
attack.
And Winter Wyvern is like, where is he? Oh, and he found an item. Now Winter Wyvern is like, hey, those were my stacks. Mine. Now he's very sad, I'm sure. Oh, but it is now Winter's Curse onto the Necrophos into an Ice Path. Is Fusquash going to die here? He has a wand, and he's going to try to turn this around here. He doesn't have mana for Reaper's Scythe though, but Doom is here as well. Infernal Blade and Frost Armor. Everybody rotating here. And are they going to get this Winter Wyvern here? Silence, he can't fly away, and he's going to go down as well. Nice coordination there. Everybody coming to help their mid survive and getting 2 kills in return. So far this laning phase favoring Radiant for sure. Bloodseeker has level 6 now. Treant still level 5. He's going for max Leech Seed. Has an Urn of Shadows. There's a DD, and Big Mike is just gonna guard it. He's like, hey, who wants it? Oh, you want it? Okay. Fusquash is level 8 now, and there is a ward put down, but it is in range of the sentry. As soon as somebody is gonna walk over there, he is gonna see this. There are 3 people here, and Ice Path is going to miss. And he still has Ghost Shroud and the wand. I don't think you can get this kill. Meanwhile, I missed the kill onto the LC. Was Doom used? Yes, it was. Doom was being used onto the LC, and LC died. Doom is going to go for drums here, and meanwhile the Legion Commander finished her face boots, is gonna go right into a blade mail. Sunshine Duck is here now again. Silence. There is an ice path. Are they gonna have to duel? Yes. Is it gonna be enough damage? It sure looks like it. And that's a duel victory for Hectordisciple. Is he gonna die here to the Doom though? No, he is gonna just overwhelming odds. But now Lich is here. Are they gonna turn this around on the Jakiro? Jakiro is gonna get another ice path out. But the Sinister Gaze. Oh, he is so low. And the Infernal Blade is gonna kill the Jakiro. It's gonna Doom dies to the tower shot though. Meanwhile, bottom Treant got a solo kill onto the Bloodseeker. I wanna see how that happened. I apologize. Okay, so what do we have here? So we have Bloodseeker feeling very strong. He's gonna go for drums. The same as his Doom, by the way. There we have living armor on to the Treant, and so far not quite much happening here, but he is feeling very strong here. He gets all that attack speed, but Overgrowth into the Death Grasp, and he just gets turned around under the tower, taking too many tower shots. Alan Pudge knowing exactly the limits of his hero. And here we see Winter Wyvern is gonna try to pursue this puck. There's an Ironwood tree recipe found by the LC. Ooh, Fusquash has an Invis rune. And there's a Dream Coil onto two people. And the Death Pulse. There's Winter's Curse onto Fusquash, but there is no follow-up. He is gonna get skewered away. And Winter Wyvern died, and this Magnus might die as well. They see him thanks to the Bloodseeker, and I think you can't make it out of here. Skewer not up for another 10 seconds, and he dies to the puck. Meanwhile, Fusquash, he wants to dive this tower as well. Sunshine Duck. Actually, Sunshine Duck gets the kill onto the Lich here. Lich underestimating the damage from the Jakiro, and no Reaper Scythe kill there. No added death timer, and they are TPing in here. They want to take this fight. They know they are on the tower. There is a duel onto the Necrophos, and Necrophos is gonna go down. Duel victory for the LC again. 20 bonus damage now. Are they gonna get this courier? No further. They don't get anything further here. Meanwhile, Nier is going to go into a Maelstrom. He found the Fated Brooch. And he is finishing up his drums. There is a drums on the Doom as well. They value this item very much. Meanwhile, the Puck, he is gonna go for a Veil. And Fusquash, he is gonna go for Guardian Griefs. He has the mech on the courier. And outposts, he is gonna take over this outpost here. Winter Wyvern now clearing all the stacks that he made for himself. There's a Keen Optic found by the Bloodseeker, most likely something he might give either to Necrophos or Puck. I think Puck might be a really good pickup for that. Or Lich. There we see what I know. And there is a mech now on the Necrophos. They're trying to push under this tower here, but there is Treant Protector here. And he is healing his tower up, as well as himself.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Threatened to Overgrowth there, but no follow-up. Fusquash is level 11. But, ooh, I did not think the LC was level 13. She finished her Blade Mail. And she is looking to rumble. And there we have overwhelming odds. Overgrowth onto the Necrophos. Necrophos uses the Ghost Shroud. It's gonna heal up to full. There's the duel now. But there is a Lich ult into an 4-man RP by Punani. And Necrophos is gonna go down as well as the Lich. Meanwhile, LC also gonna burn out to the Doom damage, and Bloodseeker and Doom are going to clean up this fight. What an RP! But the Lich ult absolutely saving the Necrophos for quite some time there together with the Frost Armor, and they are pushing this tower now. 2-4-5 fight. It's a 2k gold change difference from that fight. And everything was used from the Dire side. Except for the Winter Wyvern ult, I'd say. Necrophos even got his mech off, which made everybody so much more survivable. Treant is not scared, even when being silenced. He with his living armor, he's like, yo, what you gonna do about it? You gonna hit me? I'm gonna hit you back.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Both people putting a sentry ward down. There's a Dream Coil onto 2 people, but they are coming in as 5. And we see here there is gonna be a Blade Mail. The LC is doomed as well as silenced. Meanwhile, they are trying to finish off the Bloodseeker here. Bloodseeker is gonna go tick out to the Jakiro damage. And the LC, is she going to die here? She can be denied. But the living armor keeping her alive. And this fight very in favor of the Dire. Lich going down in the end there. Necrophos was not part of this fight. Meanwhile, Dire brought all 5 of their heroes. Necrophos is getting close to Guardian Griefs now. And we see in terms of levels, Dire is doing quite well. In terms of experience, it's more in favor of Radiant. Growth Bow has been found by Fusquash. There is a Mask of Madness pick up on the Winter Wyvern, also going into a Mjolnir.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The Legion Commander is going to go into a Sunshine Yasha next. And a stack being made by Sunshine Duck. Oh, he's also gonna... Is he gonna...
Dire's top tower
Oh,
is
he
under
had to go
attack.
up here to get the D ward. Oh, he's gonna try to jungle. Is he gonna get out of here? Philosopher's Stone found by the Treant Protector. Did they not see the sword here? Confused. There is a Leech Seed, but a Dream Coil as well as a Silence, but Winter's Curse onto the Lich, and Mask of Madness activated by the Winter Wyvern. Lich is gonna go down. Rupture onto the Magnus. Bloodrite not going to hit on anybody, and Magnus is just going to TP out. Brightside is gonna get dueled, and he goes down as well. Another duel victory for the Legion Commander. They got rid of their sword now, but they are getting dove under their shrine here. Jay is very tanky. Are they gonna get this kill? Oh, the Splinter Blast not going to hit onto the Doom, and he is under the safe proximity of his tower. Or is it so safe? There are still 4 heroes here, and Fusquash has to be careful. He has Ghost Shroud, he has Guardian Griefs. They are all very tanky. There we have the Lich ult onto 2 people, and the Reaper decides to finish off the LC. They also get the Treant. Meanwhile, Nier is gonna make short work of the Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern going to go down as well. All 3 cores going down. Diving a bit too much there onto that tier 1 tower with Fusquash having Guardian Griefs ready. Doom is very tanky, especially with the backup of Fusquash.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, there is a Maelstrom now on the Bloodseeker. Fusquash has the Growth Bow. We saw the oh, an Essence Ring has been picked up by the Winter Wyvern. That is quite a good item. And the Mask of Madness, it does a lot of damage. We'll see if Treant Protector is going to be able to heal this tower up to full. Nature's Grasp onto the Doom here. Radiant wants this tower. 3 Hero Dream Coil, but there is no follow-up. There's still a tier 2 here. There's a Winter's Curse onto the Puck, and Puck is just going to go down here. He got stunned in the Ice Path and skewered. Goodbye, Mr. Brightside. And they are going to heal up this tower. Treant, you can't just damage towers. You have to take him down. He is going to heal them up. Duel is up again on the Legion Commander. She has a Sanj now. Meanwhile, Magnus, he is just walking around, empowering everybody. No other job for him. Lich has a Spirit Vessel, is going to go, has a Urn of Shadows, I mean, is going to go into Spirit Vessel. Against that heal potential from the Treant, as well as the press the attack and the Cold Embrace. And Growth Bow found by the Treant, not the best item for him, but for Winter Wyvern, it is a fantastic item. We are closing in to the 20-minute mark. They have this Outpost Dire, meanwhile Radiant has this one. But Treant wants to make that change. Treant, by the way, has a Pipe of Insight now. Pipe of Insight finished by the Treant Protector, also closing in on the Spirit Vessel. There is a fight down here. Is he gonna get the duel off? Not, he is gonna get stunned here, and there is a Chain Frost only bouncing to 1. Nice Winter's Curse onto the 2 heroes. LC is still going to go down here. Both teams had an outpost, and the Glimmer Cape is not going to save you, Sunshine Duck. Puck jumping into the Ice Path, but then with the Waning Rift gets the kill onto the Chikiro. A 2-for-0 fight for the Radiant. There was no Treant Protector fighting with Dire on this bottom fight. Doom has a Crimson Guard now. Is going to go for Flats next, going for all the aura items. Meanwhile, Nier is going to go Sanj and Yasha into BKB. Knows exactly what he wants. He might actually get the BKB first before Sanj and Yasha. There is a lot of magic damage on this Dire side, but there is also quite a lot that goes through BKB. There is the Winter's Curse, there's the RP, there's the Overgrowth. There is LC here. LC, are you gonna go for a duel here? No. LC got stunned by the War Stomp by Doom. Not something I had expected in the previous fight. And there's an Illusion Rune for Necrophos. Mr. Brightside, meanwhile, picked up the Veil of Discord. It's gonna go into a Blink Dagger next. Foo Squash hasn't quite decided yet what his next item is going to be. And we saw the TP out from Treant. His spidey senses were tingling. He realized they were onto him, so just a GTFO. They aren't defending their tier 1 mid, which I find surprising. It has been 22 minutes and they haven't, like Dire hasn't been able to take it down yet, so I'd be surprised if they were like defending it more now. But I guess they value their top push. There is a Sanj and Yasha finish now on the Legion Commander. It's going to go into a BKB now. And Radiant is going to abandon their push. Are they gonna all be able to retreat? Dire has smoked up on 2 heroes. On the Magnus, who has picked up a Blink Dagger now. Blink Dagger on Magnus. If that RP catches anybody out, that is gonna be very, very painful for the Radiant side. And Dire is going to take this outpost back. They see that somebody is smoked, because outposts don't break smoke. And the Doom is here. There are 5 heroes here. Winter Wyvern finished the Maelstrom. This Winter Wyvern is hitting from very far apart and is hitting very hard with the Arctic Burn. It's going to go into the Mjolnir now. Brightside finished now his Blink Dagger. So now the 2 initiators, Magnus and Puck, both got their Blink Daggers now. Full Squash, are they going to go onto this? He's holding on to his Ghost Shroud and just is going to Death Pulse himself up. And they are going to try to push forward here. There are 3 heroes on the Dire side here. And they are pincering this in here. There is the Blink on the Magnus. Or is he going to get the RP there? We see the Winter's Curse onto Lich. Lich is going RP onto 2 heroes in the Magropire. But the Lich ultimate bouncing around. There we see a Reaper Scythe onto the Magnus. Magnus is going to go down here. Treant getting low as well. Full Squash going down as well. Full Squash is going to go down. And they are going on the Winter Wyvern. Bloodseeker running absolutely rampant. Getting the Treant and the Winter Wyvern. And now also going after the LC. But LC gets a duel onto the Puck. And Puck, is he gonna go down here? Yes. Meanwhile, Bloodseeker killed the Chikiro. Are they gonna be able to find the kill on the LC? It sure looks like it. Hectordisciple. He has to run, but he is running very fast. And he gets the Bounty Rune. Nier wants this kill. Just 1 hit at a time. There's an overwhelming odds. Press the attack. Blade Mail. And we see a hillbilly. Okay, he is gonna give up now. This fight, a lot of heroes dying. Overall, I would say it's still favoring the Radiant. But for sure a very, very close fight. And we see it all comes down to these initiations. Whoever gets the right initiation is gonna get the fight. And both teams got a good initiation there. There wasn't no Dream Coil used as far as I saw. Spider Legs have been found by the Bloodseeker. That's a really strong item. Especially on Bloodseeker. If he can... with some thirst stacks, he's gonna be very... Ooh, who has the... It is Dire's Mango Tree inside the pit. So whenever Radiant is going to see this, they will find out. They will have Vision and Roche till that. There we see a duel onto the Doom. Is Doom going to down here? And Nature's Grasp onto the Puck here. Doom went down. 90 dual damage onto the LC now. Puck going down to the Shockwave of the Magnus. And Bloodseeker, no. RP not in range, but it was used. So close there. Punani trying to go for the play. If it would have worked out, it would have been phenomenal. But it is Puck as well as Doom going down. And we are neck and neck here. We see in terms of net worth only a 1000 lead at 26 minutes in, and in experience it is up and down. How are we in terms of levels? LC is far ahead, level 23 with that 20% experience gain.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And Dire is going to take back this outpost. And they are now in control of both outposts. Orb of Destruction has been found by the Winter Wyvern, who also finished the Mjolnir. Is going to go into a Daedalus next. Ooh, not what I expected. Necrophos finished a pipe as well as the Yule Scepter of Divinity. Meanwhile, Lich has the Spirit Vessel and Craggy Coat. And Puck still only the Blink Dagger. Going to go into Yule Scepter next. But Dire is going to take this Roche fight here. That tree disappeared. Somebody must have cut it down. There is an AC on the Legion Commander. Radiant is going to try this out, take this outpost. Do they want to fight this? Do they want to fight this LC? LC has an Aegis. No, she doesn't. Aegis on the Winter Wyvern. Beautiful curse onto the puck here. And is there going to be an RP? RP still on cooldown, but the Chain Frost is going bouncing around. Winter Wyvern taking lots of damage here. Doom is going to go down here. Winter Wyvern, only the Aegis pop. But Bloodseeker is fighting up strong. Fusquash not going to go down yet. And he's healing fully up with the Ghost Shroud and the Guardian's Greaves. And they're finding the Treant with the Yule Scepter and silence from the puck. And Jakiro is dead. And Treant is going to go down as well. They wanted to take this fight, but it was not a good call. Ultra kill for the Bloodseeker. Bloodseeker ran absolutely rampant in this fight. Nobody was focusing him, and he was just picking them apart one by one by one. He has a Yasha, he has his BKB, he has his Maelstrom. You can't ignore this guy. RP was still on cooldown during this fight. That was the big thing. If they would have gotten an RP after that Winter's Curse, 3 heroes on the Radiant side might have died at the beginning of the fight and it would have been lost. Very, very close there. Very close. Lich finished the Spirit Vessel. Has a lot of jungle items in his inventory. Meanwhile, Doom finished the flats now and is going to go into a BKB now. We saw Winter Wyvern, he died twice. He died with his Aegis and then again afterwards. He is going to go Desolator now. Decided not to go for the Crystallis and to Daedalus, but instead going for a Desolator. In terms of outposts, only Radiant had outposts and only they got bounty runes. So 6k lead now for the Radiant side. Necrophos is going to go for Lotus Orb next to dispel many of these slows. As well as making himself even harder to deal with. Quickening Charm on the puck, putting it down to very, very low cooldowns on his spells. There is a smoke here. Are they going to try to fight this? And there we have a Dream Coil onto 2 people. They doomed the Winter Wyvern and the Chain Frost, and Winter Wyvern already dead. LC is going to TP out. Magnus is going to try to do whatever he can to make a diversion. But he is going to go down here. Are they going to be able to get Treant as well? He is quite fast. And his Nature's Grasp is a slow. Nice initiation there with the War Stomp as well as the Dream Coil, setting up for 2 kills, and they want to push here now top lane. They are knocking on Dire's doorsteps. We already see Living Armor being placed down to heal the tower up during this. Magnus is going to buy back. He still has RP. You have to be careful. Magnus has a Yule Scepter. And the Blink. And the Keen Optic. Ooh, Keen Optic actually. Does that enhance the range of Reverse Polarity? I don't think so. That would have been that would be absolute broken. Never mind what I said. Spider Legs found by the LC. Some more just free path walking. Oh, and she actually drops it, not believing that she can make good use out of that item. Jay is getting close to his BKB and going into Aghanim Scepter, and then AC is his plan. There is a Glimmer Cape now on the Lich, and he wants to go into an E-Blade. E-Blade to save whoever gets gone on by the Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern has finished now the Desolator. This Winter Wyvern, He is dealing so much damage with the Arctic Burn. I wonder, with this mid-Winter Wyvern, are you gonna go for Aghanim Scepter? I would assume so at some point, making Arctic Burn targetable. And Brightside is telling the Dire team, hey guys, go this direction. Or he's telling his team, hey, the enemy team is gonna go into this direction. They actually smoked up. And are they going to find a kill here? LC up front. Is she gonna find the Puck here? Puck is going to Waning Rift away. And the Dream Coil onto the LC. Lotus Orb on. But he snapped the Dream Coil. There is a Yule Scepter onto the LC. There's an RP only on the Soul Doom, and the LC went down to the Reaper side by the Necrophos. And there is a Blood Rite silencing the tree and Ice Path to stop Fusquash from further following. And Magnus is just going to go get away here. Godlike for the Bloodseeker. Everybody else just trying to TP out. Your LC was dead for 134 seconds. And they're still dead for another 2 minutes. They did use RP. I think they also used Winter's Curse. They didn't use Duel though. But we see Winter Wyvern dealing so much damage from the range. It's really hard to push high grounds against this mid-Winter Wyvern. But Puck jumps in, gets the Dream Coil onto the Winter Wyvern, and Winter Wyvern is doomed and dead. Buyback from the LC, gets the duel onto the Doom there, but didn't win it. And the Treant gets killed with the Chain Frost, and there are 2 heroes in the fountain, but GG is called. Dieback on the LC, and 35 minutes, a few team fights, and Team Excellent, to be honest, takes the game. Well played, everybody. Well played.